Jomblo bersama Kementerian Pengajian Tinggi Malaysia. Saya untuk mendapatkan aura untuk slot petang ini, izinkan saya berbahasa. Good evening. Our esteemed great graduate of day is going to talk to us about job hunting strategy. This is a subject in which we all should be deeply interested because it can be a way to search. Ladies and gentlemen, join me, Gerald Lee. I guess most of us already knew him as this is his second slot together with us. But to those who just joined our program, for your information, he is the founder of Touching Hearts and Reaching Minds. And yes, he is an alumni of Universiti Putra, Malaysia too. So before I lend the screen to him, if you have any inquiries or questions regarding today's topic, feel free to share it at the comment section of FB. Well, without further ado, let's welcome our honorable speaker to present today's topic. So the screen is...
All right. Thanks, Shini. Thank you. Thanks for the quick intro of myself. And again, it's a thank you to UPM for having me yet again. So again, yes, as you mentioned, today is actually my second session with UPM with this CE UPM Fest 2020. And of course, today I'll be talking about a very interesting topic, which is job hunting strategy. Right. Let me share my screen. I hope you can see me. And I hope you can also see the screen as well. Can you see the screen? If you can see the screen, can you just put a yes in the comment so that I know that you can actually see the screen? All right, Mama Azmin is there saying yes, good. Fauzi, yes, yes. Is Regiment, wah, canggih punya nama. Right. All right, yes. So again, today I'll be talking about job hunting strategy. All right, and before I go to this topic, again, and before I go and introduce myself any further, I think it'll be good that I also get to know you, who is actually listening and who is actually watching this Facebook Live right now. All right, the challenge with doing an online session or webinar is that I can't actually see all of you and I can't really interact with you all physically, but I hope that you are actually there listening to me and hopefully with a pen and paper somewhere trying to jot down notes later. So again, before I actually introduce myself, can I actually get to know you? If you are actually from, let's say, Central Region, Klang Valley, if you're from KL or from Selangor or from Putrajaya, can you just put down in your comment section number 1? Right? Put down number 1 so that I know you are actually from Klang Valley, right? And if you are from the north, Kawasan Utara, that means from Perak all the way up to Perlis. If you're from those states, can you put down number 2, okay, into the comment section so that I know that you are actually from the north. If you are from the south, from Negeri Sembilan, Malacca, or Johor, put down number 3 in the section, in the comment section so that I know that you are from Kawasan Selatan. I'm actually from Johor, so I'm also a southern boy per se, right? But if you are from East Coast, right, Pahang, Kelantan, or Terengganu, put down number 4 into the group chat. And if you're from East Malaysia, if you're ever from East Malaysia, put down number 5 so that I know that you are actually from East Malaysia. All right, we have Fauzi, number 1. Nur Faizati, also from KL, number 1. Mama Azmin from Sabak Bernam, Selangor, also number 1. Hanani Hamid, number 3. Number 3 is from the south. Which part of south are you from? Negeri Sembilan, Melaka, or Johor? East Regiment, thank you, a very nice and handsome guy, thank you. right? You only see me online. I think I'm even more handsome if you see me personally. Okay, just a joke, right? All right, you're from KL. Hamida also, number 3, from the south. Which part of south are you from? Negeri Sembilan, Melaka, or Johor? All right. So at least I know that you all are listening and interacting with me. Again, as I said, the challenge of doing an online session is you get very, very little interaction. And I always like interaction because I feel that I can relate more to you all if you interact with me. In today's session, I will be talking, I will be asking questions. I hope that when I ask questions, you all try and participate, try and interact with me so that these sessions becomes a very, very interactive and very, very engaging session. Yeah, I think very important is engaging session. All right, from Negeri Sembilan. Okay, great. All right. So let's move on very, very quickly. And I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Gerald Lee, right? You can call me Gerald, okay? For those who has attended my session earlier, that was last Monday, great. I think this is just a refresher. If you are attending this for the first time, let me go through very, very quickly of who I am so that you know whatever that I'm going to share with you today comes from real life experience of myself, of how I've actually done all those, right? Okay, in short, I'm actually a corporate professional. I've been in corporate world. When I graduated from university, which is from UPM, right, I started my career in the corporate world. So I've been in the corporate world for the last 20 years. So with this, you can actually roughly gauge how young I am, right? 20 years of experience. And of course, I've won awards throughout my journey with the corporate companies I've been. And I've also had this forte of building winning teams in various industries. I've held mainly senior leadership roles, starting with Unilever. That was my first job, Unilever Malaysia. Then I moved on to Celcom. I've also had stints with Ferrero Asia, with Munchies, with Etika Group, and also with Red Bull Malaysia, of course. And my current role in the corporate world is actually as a founding member in a FMCG startup company, right? This is a brand new company in Malaysia. It's entering Malaysia. So I'm part of the founding member, part of the startup group that is overseeing the commercial function, the sales function, sales development function. And hopefully you'll be seeing our brand real soon in Malaysia. I will not share with you what's the brand yet. Once it's in Malaysia, you will know, right? It's going to be an exciting brand. It's going to be an exciting category that we are going to be in. So for now, just stay tuned, all right? Just stay tuned, okay? I'm also the author of Climbing the Corporate Ladder and Trying to Not Fall Down. This is actually the first book I've written. It is actually based on my corporate experience, my rich corporate experience, and I've actually transferred all this knowledge, all the learnings from how I climbed corporate ladder into this book. And this book has been the one that has helped many, right? Many in the sense that not only students, but also working professionals, how they can achieve their career dreams. Right, so again, if you want a copy of this book I'm going to give away for free. Stay until the end of the session and I'll tell you how you can get this book for free. Okay, if you choose to buy it, yes, you can go Google, you type in the title of the book, you will find the book is available online in Amazon, in Kobo, in Rakuten, in Barnes and Nobles, and in most of the online bookstores. You are able to actually buy this book. Okay, I'm also an engaging speaker. I'm certified coach and trainer. I specialize in 2 key areas, which is from business growth and also personal branding. Of course, in my free time and leisure time, especially now in the MCO period, if you remember, during somewhere in March, we were all at home, right? Locked down at home. That was the time I actually conducted a lot of career coaching sessions. I do it with a lot of the university students and also with working professionals. I teach them how to get the best out of this period of time, this crisis. How can you get the best job? How can I get for employment? I teach them how to write resumes. I teach them how to ace your interviews and so on and so forth. All right. So to me, today's session is just another coaching session, which I'm more than happy to share with you. I mentioned earlier, right? I'm an alumni of UPM, and it's my pleasure. Seriously, it's my pleasure to be here to give back, yeah, to my alma mater and to give back to the students of UPM. All right. I'm the founder of Touching Hearts Bridging Minds. Touching Hearts Bridging Minds is actually my learning portal. I will give you the website later. You can go in and have a look. right? So it is a website, a portal, which I've included some good materials. There's some good videos which for free you can go in and learn about it, which I've actually recorded during this period of time. And I'm also a mentor of GrowthX Academy Asia. All right. GrowthX Academy Asia is actually a subsidiary of GrowthX based in the US. It's actually a training and development company, training and learning company. They conduct courses, training courses. I'm a mentor there because I actually mentor and I coach business owners, right? Independent business owners, SMEs, small medium industries, right? And also selected multinational companies on how to grow and scale their business, right? I teach them how to create a brand. I teach them how to use that brand from ground zero and grow it to a sizable business. So it's not only about brands, but it's about products and services, but ultimately it's about growing and scaling their business or your business. So if you are keen to know about business growth, sure, we can talk about it right after this. Okay? All right. Is Regiment say, guys, if you have anything to ask, just give a comment. Yeah, sure. If you have anything to ask me throughout this session, just put it into the comment. If I'm able to answer it, I will answer it on the spot. If I can't answer it, then I will probably answer it at the end of the session, right? So let's make this very interactive. Don't make it a two-way don't make it one way where I'll be speaking and you're listening. No. Let's do an interactive session, as I mentioned earlier. Right? If you have anything to ask, just ask me along the way. Right? Okay. So again, these are some of the companies and some of the universities that I've spoken to. Again, I'm very happy and glad to be able to enrich people's lives. Why Touching Hearts, Bridging Minds is because it's part of my motto, my purpose. I like to enrich people's lives, and how I do that is by touching their hearts and bridging their minds. Okay. Let's set expectation. Before I go further, right? I need to understand, why are you all here today? Why are you all listening to my session today? Is this something that you'll get from it, right? So again, if you have expectation of what you want to get from today's session, put down into the comment section. Tell me, right? Tell me what do you expect to gain at the end of today's session. All right? Put down in the comment section. Tell me what do you intend to gain at the end of today's session. Just go into the comment box and just drop in your expectation, what you intend to learn from today's session. All right? If you have been listening to this CE UPM Fest for the last I think about 1.5 weeks, right? You'll probably have expectation going into a session. Yeah, there are certain things you want to learn from the speaker or from the particular lecturer or even external speaker, right? Put down in the comment box, right? For my session, right? I know for the other session, you definitely have your own expectation where you have to learn. But I think it's good that you put down your expectation for my session so that I know at the end of the session, if I am not able to cover your expectation, I will go and cover it. If I'm able to cover all your expectation, that is great, right? Which means I've done what I need to do for today, right? So if you can, just put that into the comment section, yeah? Before I proceed further. Take a 10, 20 seconds to actually do that, yeah? By the way, I'll be conducting this session in both English and Bahasa Malaysia, right, in BM. So again, no worries in terms of how your question should be. It can be English or it can be BM, and I will try to answer them, yeah, as much as possible. So there is no limitation to the question that you can ask me, right? But predominantly today's session will be English, but it will be a mixture of English and Bahasa. And in the event that if you don't understand what I'm trying to share today, no worries, just put down into the comment again and tell me that I need you to explain it in Bahasa Malaysia. I'm more than happy to actually do that. All right. Roshana, just put a thumbs up. Yeah, thumbs up means you like the session. Maybe you'd like to share with me what is your expectation of today's session so that I know that I'm able to cover the expectation by the end of today's session. Yeah. Sometimes I've actually gone for, trainings as such, or even webinars, right? And this is one of the questions I like to ask is about expectation. And I find that sometimes most participants or attendees attending a session, they have a certain expectation. They know what they want to learn, right? Yeah. And at the same time, there's also a group of people who probably do not know what they actually want to learn. Okay. And because every session is so-called a free session or complimentary session, sometimes they just go in a session and just listen, right? The challenge of listening without having expectation is you do not know whether at the end of every session, are you going to get the maximum out of that session? Have you optimized your time? Right? This session today is going to be about 1 to 1.5 hours maximum, right? And this is a time that you need to be very, very clear. If you're going to attend a session, make sure you're very clear in what you intend to get out of the session, your own expectation, right? Because if you don't have the expectation, you will go into the session just listening, and at the end of the session, you find that, okay, great, or not so great. You seriously wouldn't know, right? Looks like there's no expectation here, no worries, right? Okay, let me share with you a few ground rules. The ground rules are very simple. You can ask questions as we go along, right? There is no Q&A sessions per se, yeah? You can ask questions anytime you want, and I'll try to answer it. If you can, please write down as much as possible. I'll be sharing slides, definitely. I will be sharing slides, but I will not be sharing a lot of slides because I believe if I share a lot of slides, you won't be listening to me. You'll be looking at the slides, right? Listen to me, write down as much as possible, get ready your notepad, your laptop, your pen and paper, whatever not, but more importantly is jot down whatever that I can share with you today, right? And if the end of sessions, we can probably have a recap session if we have the time. Okay, great. Let's move on. All right. If you attended my session on Monday, I've actually shared this slide, but again, is as a refresher. Let me share this slide. Why it's so important nowadays? Because in Malaysia, if you look at it nowadays, right, the unemployment rate has edged up 1.3%, right? So unemployment has gone up 1.3%. Again, it's 1.3% is a figure compared to the same period last year. All right, so it's gone up 1.3% because the labor market is facing more challenges amid the pandemic. You know, we are now right smack in the pandemic, and the labor market, the job market is getting squeezed out, right? If you look at this slide, I will share you certain key points. So you do not need to read the whole slide. You just need to look at some of the key points. The first key point is 4.6%. Unemployment rate in Malaysia is now at 4.6%. Right? It has probably gone flattish for the last couple of months. But if you recall, the highest ever this year is, if I'm not wrong, somewhere in April, it was about 5%, right? So unemployment rate has gone up really, really high. On an average last year, you look about 3.3, 3.5%. And this year, we're looking at 4+% to about 5%, right? Scary, right? The next number I will share is 737,000 people in Malaysia is now currently unemployed. This is a figure as of September. We do not know what's the actual figure for October, November, but hopefully by December we can get a rough indication, right? But I reckon the numbers would probably have gone up, or at worst, stayed at 737,500 people, correct? So you see, unemployed people has gone up. And again, if you are going to graduate tomorrow, you are going to add into the statistic if you can't get a job. If you can get a job right now, or even before you graduate, or at least after you graduate, at least you know you're not part of the statistics. But if you can't, you are going to add into the statistics. And just imagine, in Malaysia alone, how many local institutions of learning, how many private institutions of learning, both private and public. If everyone graduates at the same time, just imagine the numbers that's adding into the unemployment. If every one of you is going to face challenge in getting employment, right? And the third figure is 0.3%. You see, employment continued to grow. Yes, it is growing, means there are jobs out there. There are jobs, definitely, right? But it's growing at a very slow pace, 0.3%. It's not even 1%, right? If you think 1% is already very low, just imagine it's at 0.3%. It's close to 0%. It's close to flattish. You get me? That's why I'm saying it is really scary. Yes, Hamida Samad said that very scary. Yes, it is very scary. If you look at the statistics that has been shared, right, by the Malaysia Statistics Department. The number of unemployment is high, the number of unemployed person is high. At the same time, employment or job opportunities in the market is there, but it's very, very, very low at 0.3%. So it's important that when you go out and try to get a job, right? And before you try to get a job, of course, you need to do your job hunting and so on and so forth, right? It's very important to be very, very clear at what you want, right? I recall in my previous session, there was a question about undergraduates nowadays being very picky, being very choosy in choosing the job that they want. Sure, everyone has a job that they want, they desire, right? But not all the time you will get the job that you want. Sometimes you get a job that you probably don't prefer, but it's still a job, right? Take it. I always encourage people to take a job and just do the best out from it, right? In times of good, maybe you have better opportunities, you can move up, or you can even move out. Yeah, whether it's external employment or even internal promotion, internal career opportunities, right? So always don't be picky. Yeah, when times are good, you can. When times are bad, if you can get a job, it's already a very, very good sign. All right. Okay, I'm going to go on with another statistics to show you the job vacancies. Right, you remember I was sharing earlier, 0.3% the job is growing, but it's at very, very slow rate. Let me show you the job vacancies that has been reported by the Institute of Labor Market Information and Analysis, ILMIA, of HR Ministry, the Ministry of HR in Malaysia. This is on Malaysia, right? So you see, if you can see my cursor, you can find that right after COVID, which is this line here, somewhere in January, right? It has gone up slightly, and then it has gone down, and it has gone up, of course, the last month, I think somewhere in June, right? But it has not gone back the previous spike. If you look at the previous spike here, these were the previous spike, right? So you look at it, the numbers have not gone up to the previous spike. It is still hovering half of the average number of job vacancies in the past. Scary, right? Right? So again, this is something you need to take note. There is still jobs. There are jobs. 24,000 jobs, vacancies in that month. And I presume it's probably about the same for the next couple of months, but there are jobs. The only challenge is, are you suited for the job, or are you prepared to go for that job? All right. Next, let me share with you. Yeah, let me share with you. Rizwan, yes, hello. Let me share with you. This is the top in-demand jobs in Malaysia. This was reported in the Star, based on the source of the Future of Jobs Report 2020, based on the World Economic Forum. This is a video. I want you to watch this video. I want you to pay attention to the top in-demand job, the in-demand jobs of the future in Malaysia. This is based on Malaysia. This report actually it is broken down into several countries, right? If I recall correct, it was Malaysia. I think there was Thailand and Philippines or Indonesia, something like that. I pick up only the Malaysia part of it. Have a look at it, right? And probably right after the video, you tell me what are the in-demand jobs that you have actually noticed from the video. This is a very short video, right? Have a look at it, all right? All right. So the video actually shared 5 top in-demand jobs. if you have noticed the jobs, can you just put down into the comment box below and share with me what are the in-demand jobs that have been identified by the World Economic Forum, WEF, for Malaysia? Can you just put that into the comment section so that I know that you have actually picked those jobs out? Yeah, can you go down into the comment section and just put down the jobs that you have identified, you have noticed from the video that has been reported by the World Economic Forum? Yeah. Did you all manage to get the 5 jobs? All right, Noraini say AI, okay. Yashini, cybersecurity specialist, all right. Software engineers, digital marketing, yes, all right. So if you look at this, if you look at all the jobs that have been identified, it's all to do or all related to the digital world, right? Because if you look at the existing situation where we are all safe at home, I will not say stuck at home, but safe at home, right? Everything now has gone online. Everything has gone digital, right? The days of physical job, well, it will still be there. The only challenge is it is now limited. The opportunities for all these jobs has become limited. But that doesn't mean that there is no such jobs, right? Doesn't mean that, right? There are. As I said, there is still about 20,000 jobs out there. It's still growing 0.3%, right? But it is at a very, very, very slow rate. Okay. I'll be sharing the next few slides, right, of how you can strategize your job hunting efforts, right? I think why all you are here actually is to learn about the strategies of job hunting, right? Anyone here that are here per se is not interested to job hunt. You're just here because you're just too free and you just want to come to a free session and listen, right? If you are, just put down yes, right? If you are not here to learn, right, just put down yes. If you're not here to learn, just put down yes. All right. If you're here to learn, put down no. Okay? Listen, All right. Okay. Before you go job hunting, right? I know it's all about job hunting today, right? Before you job hunt, I always like to do this. All right. If you look at a picture, you should be able to gauge what I'm trying to actually imply here, right? Because very importantly, in order for us to move forward, there's this saying, we have to take 2 steps backwards. Yeah. In order for us to take 1 step forward, we always need to take 2 steps backward. So before you actually go out and job hunt, right? I'm going to take you 1 step back and I'm going to ask you this question. And I really like you all to answer this in the comment section, right? Everything starts with a ... What is that ... Everything starts with a what, right? Answer this truthfully. Then I will share with you why this is so important. It's so important before you even start to job hunt. Some people tell you job hunting strategy and you jump right in. I don't believe in jumping right in. I always believe in asking everyone this question because to me, this question is very important. If you're able to answer this, there's no right or wrong. Again, there's no right or wrong, right? But if you're able to answer this very, very confidently, at least I know you have that thought process in mind, right? Dream, okay? Everything starts with a dream, all right? Okay, anyone else? Roshana said everything starts with a dream. What happens if you get a nightmare then? All right, Yashini, everything starts with a hope. Yes, A New Hope, Star Wars. What else? Everything starts with a what? Ask yourself this question. It's a very, very important question that a lot of times we don't ask ourselves, right? It is a question we have to ask ourselves, and it is a question only we know the answer. Everything starts with a dot, with a zero dot, okay? All right. Noraini said everything starts with a career objective, all right? Okay. If it's about career, of course, it's a career objective, but what happens if not a career, right? Everything starts with preparing ourselves, all right? What else? Think. Everything starts with a what? Plan. Okay, good. Everything starts with a plan, all right? Not the so-called answer I'm looking for, yes, but it's again is still true. Everything starts with knowledge, yep, okay. Everything starts knowledge. Everything starts with resume, personal and soft skills, all right? Rizwan, I think you attended my first session on Monday, kan? So I think you're using all those learnings. No, it's nothing to do with resume, personal and soft skill, but it's also true. Everything starts with research, sure, everything starts with research. Right? Look at the picture. The picture looks at what? Right? The picture looks at a mirror and the picture looks at a reflection of ourselves. Correct? So everything starts with what? Everything starts with a goal. Okay? Good. Everything starts with a goal. I like that. Very, very close. Very, very close. Right? Not the right word I'm looking for, but it's very, very close. Right? Anyone else has different answers? Share into the comment section. Yeah, don't be stingy. Share, be generous. There is no right or wrong. Share. Because if you share, you may find that, hey, you and your friend may have the same answer, right? Sometimes people are just too embarrassed or too shy to actually share the answer, right? But everything starts with a. Anyone else? Everyone starts with a dream, all right? A dream, yes. Dream as mentioned earlier, yes. What happens if it's a nightmare, right? All right. Let me share with you. The word I was looking for is Anis just say, yeah, it's aim. Yeah, sure. Aim is an objective or not. Everything starts with a search. Yes. If you're doing Google, yes, you have Google search. Right. The word I was looking for. Okay, write down the word I'm looking for. Everything starts with an image of ourselves. Yeah, sure. Everything starts with image of ourselves. Right. The word I was looking for. I said the word I was looking for is purpose. Everything starts with a purpose. Purpose. Purpose, right? You know what's purpose, right? Right? Everything starts with a purpose. Because we need to know where do we want to go. Right? We need to know where do we want to go. All right? Muhammad Rizwan, okay. Sorry I'm late. No risk, Rizwan. You did miss a lot of things. At the very beginning, it's just about introduction about myself, and I share a bit of insights and statistics. But no risk, since it's Facebook Live, it's recorded, you can go up to Facebook and just rewatch it. All right, where was I? Everything starts with a purpose. Because if you don't understand why you are here or where you want to go, you will have a problem. Right? You will have problem identifying the right job. You have problem identifying the search, right? And you have problem identifying where you intend in your career in the future. Okay? So let me recap. Everything starts with a purpose, right? In other words, it's a goal in life. I don't know about all of you, right? How many of you actually do or does have a purpose? You know where you want to go. You know you are here, you are in point A, and you want to go to point B. Because point B is where your purpose is going to be. Point B is your destination in your life. How many of you, honestly, right? How many of you have or has a purpose in life? Put down in the group chat. Be honest with me, be honest with yourself, be honest with everyone in the forum. If you have a purpose, type in yes in the comment. If you don't have, no worries, just type in no. Right? If you have a purpose, type in yes. If you don't have, type in no. A purpose means you are very clear, right? Very clear where you want to go. Very clear if you are going to be in corporate world. You know which career path you're going to take. You know what job you want to take. You know which company you aspire to be employed in, because it will lead to your career journey. So put down into the comment box, right, in the comment section, if you know your purpose very clearly, put down yes. If you do not know, no worries, just put down no in the comment box. Can I have the answers in the comment box? Yes or no? If you don't put out anything, means don't know lah. So I take don't know as also no. Okay. No, all right. Yashani, maybe yes. There is no maybe. There's either a yes or a no, right? If you really know where you want to go, it should be a yes. If you don't know, just put no. No worries, because very, very important, right? Ask me no, just follow the flow. Okay, no, Ilya, no. Fatini, no. Anis, maybe yes. Again, it's another maybe. Yeah, there's no maybe. It's either yes or no. Right? You remember the motto for Nike, just do it, right? They never say, maybe I'll do it, maybe I don't do it. They just say, just do it. All right? So it's either yes or no. If no, it's all right. Right? If it's yes, great, at least you know. Okay? So I see probably more no's than yes. No worries. Doing or getting ready a purpose is very important, because what you need to do is, again, in order for you to know what you want in life, you need to go back one step and do a self-discovery session with yourself. A self-discovery session for yourself. Let me touch very, very briefly, right? Very briefly, the framework that you can use to find your own purpose, right? If you go Google, right? Google this word. I don't know whether you've heard of it. It's called Ikigai. Ikigai. Okay? Ikigai. So Ikigai. So what is Ikigai? Ikigai is actually a Japanese term for your purpose in life, right? Your reason for being. Go and look at it. Go and read about it, right? Use the framework that you can find online to build your purpose. Okay? Because if I'm going to go through that Ikigai framework, it will take me 3 hours to do that on the framework alone. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to do it today, right? But I hope that you can go online and just check it for yourself. If you have any questions or why not, I will leave my email behind. Drop me an email and ask about it. Yeah, right after this session. So, okay. So first thing you need to do is you need to ask yourself, what's your purpose? Because if you know your purpose in your career or in business, then your job hunting strategy becomes very easy. Okay? All right, let's move on. The next thing I want to quickly touch about is, are you ready? Look at the picture, it's about climbing, right? It's about climbing the corporate ladder. Of course, here there's no picture of a ladder, it's a picture of a hill. But at the end of the day, it's still about climbing. That's what I'm going to say. So the second thing you need to get yourself ready is your mindset. How prepared are you to climb the corporate ladder? How prepared are you to climb the corporate ladder? Everybody say, yes, I want to find a job, right? But at the end of the day, are you prepared? Are you prepared to spend time researching how you must write a good or attractive or an engaging resume or even CV? Have you prepared yourself for interviews in the event that your resume went through? The interviewer say, okay, great, I like this guy or this lady on CV or on the resume. I'd like to call him for interview. Are you prepared for the interview? And if you get a job, are you prepared to slog? Are you prepared to put in the hard work? Right? Or maybe smart work, right? Now it's more about working smart rather than working hard, right? But again, it's always a combination of hard and smart. Are you willing to put in the work, the effort, right? Are you willing to put in the hours to get things done? Are you willing to put in hours to learn along the way, right? And are you willing to stretch yourself to go for performance? Because end of the day, if you are going to be in corporate world, it's all about performance, right? It's all about performance. There is a topic on performance alone in my book. Remember, I wrote a book of climbing corporate ladders. There is a topic on it where I stress very, very hard how you can actually identify the ladder, climb the ladder, and more importantly, stay climbing the ladder. Stay there at the top, right? So again, if you want a copy of my book, wait till the end of the session. I'll tell you how you can get a copy of my book for free. Okay, so again, it's mindset is about getting yourself ready. A lot of times people always say that, yes, I want to job hunt, but are you ready? Are you ready to really go out and check and see whether are jobs available? Are you willing to go out and check whether are the companies that you want to be hired, are they having vacancies? Are they having opportunities, job opportunities? Right? Are you willing to talk to people and say, hey, I need a job, I need this, I need that? Are you willing to build network, which I'm going to talk about in a short while? Right? So far, so good. Huh? Any questions so far? Before I move on, any questions so far? Again, if you have questions, just put down into the comment box so that I'm able to answer. Again, if you have questions, just put down in the comment box, right? Before I move on. Let me see. All right. Okay. No worries. Okay, no questions. All right, good. Then I'll just move on. All right. I will show you a few platforms where you can actually hunt for jobs. All right. The first one is the standard one, right? The standard way of getting a job, which is through your classified ads. You know what's classified ads, right? You open a newspaper, you open a magazine, right? You open a portal online or open a job portal and you get a classified ads, right? Pretty standard. I think all of you are probably going through a classified ad, but classified ads are very, very old school, right? It's not that it's not working nowadays. It is still working, but you find that more often than not, right? More often than not, if the position is in classified ads, there is a chance that, right, no one actually wants a job. There's a chance. I'm not saying yes or no, but there's a chance. There's a chance that they have tried everything, every other avenues to get this position closed and get a person to be employed, but they can't. So sometimes you get it on classifieds. Again, classified ads are one of the, probably the cheapest, the cheapest way of advertising a job. Okay? So again, if you are in classified ads, sure, just go up and search for it, right? Very simple. This is very, very simple. But again, it's not the focus of the classified ads. Remember I told you earlier about your purpose, right? Because if you know what job you are looking for, then a classified ads becomes easier for you to focus on. Example, when I first graduated from UPM, I wanted jobs in sales, right? I only wanted jobs in sales. I wanted to do sales. I didn't want to do anything else, right? So my focus was very, very clear, right? I wanted a job in sales. At that point in time, I didn't have a car. I'm sharing you a true story, right? And back then, most of the sales jobs, right? Not all, but most of them actually provide a company car. So back then, I was very focused. I was looking only for sales jobs that provide company cars. So that was the only jobs I applied. In the past, it was all classified ads. You don't have all the other platforms that I'm going to share later. Now, I mean back then, right? Back then, 20 years ago or more than that, we don't have all the other avenues. You don't have all the opportunities like what you have right now. You are all very fortunate because now jobs are being posted everywhere. In the past, you can get most of the jobs only classified. But if you open up your newspaper, you will find tons of information. Everywhere are jobs, right? Hence, that's why I say you need to be very, very clear where and why and how you're going to apply for that job. So again, back to my story, I only wanted jobs in sales, providing company car. So I cut out those ads and I wrote to all these companies, right? I apply I apply to all these companies. I put a cover letter. I put my resume at the point in time. That time no CV. You know the difference between CV and resume, right? At that point in time, there's only resume, no CV, right? So I only submit my resume, and that was that. Very focused. Of course, I got the jobs. I got a lot of offers, and at the end of the day, I just choose the one which is probably paying me slightly better. By the end of the day, I still get a sales job with a company car because that's what I wanted. So again, you need to know what you are looking for. If you're looking for a job in, let's say, digital marketing, you want to do digital marketing, well, of course, you can join a company or you can actually do digital marketing on your own. But I leave it to you. In the event that you really want to find a digital marketer job in a corporate company, sure, then focus on digital marketing, right? Don't do anything else, right? Unless you can't get a job, then you don't want to be choosy or not, right? So again, the easiest way, of course, is to go through classifieds. All right, what's the next? This is very important. Social media. All right, there's plenty of social media platforms out there in the market right now. And as I mentioned earlier, everything has gone digital, right? Sure, classified ads are still there, but you'll find that most of classified ads are not in the papers, but is in social media. So again, in social media, which social media should you be looking for? Can I get a bit of interaction here? Can you just put into the comment section, if you are going to find a job on social media, which social media should you be focusing on? Which media? Media mana yang you kena pilih if you want to look for a job? Put a comment. All right, Fatini say LinkedIn. All right. Anyone else has a different answer than Fatini? Fatini put in LinkedIn. Anyone else? Roshana said LinkedIn. Okay. 2% LinkedIn. LinkedIn 2. Other 0. Muhammad Azmin, LinkedIn. Okay. Job Street. All right. Job Street. Okay. LinkedIn. Anis, LinkedIn. Okay. So LinkedIn is 4. Job Street 1. Facebook, okay, I was waiting for this. Facebook, all right. I need to say Facebook, Kishore, Facebook, all right. There are plenty of social media. Let me recap what are the social media platforms that's out there. You have Facebook, you have LinkedIn, you have Instagram, you have YouTube, you have WeChat, you have There's so many, right? For jobs, okay? For jobs and also business opportunity, I always recommend, this from my perspective, I always recommend LinkedIn. Okay, yes, there's Twitter as well, right? I also recommend LinkedIn because LinkedIn is a professional platform for people who wants to look for a career, for people who wants to look for job opportunities, right? Again, there's no right or wrong. Yes, there may be some job opportunities over Facebook, definitely, over Instagram, over Twitter, over WeChat, over YouTube, whatever not, definitely, right? Of course, there are many other platforms. You have the Job Street of the world, you have Monster, you have a Whoop, and whatever not. Those are also job search platforms, right? Many. But again, it's the best way of finding career opportunities or even business opportunities is now LinkedIn. And has always been LinkedIn, not it's now, has always been LinkedIn. Because I use LinkedIn purely for professional basis, right? So I use LinkedIn to post up my achievements about my career journey. If I want to link in with people who probably like-minded people, yeah, it'll be on LinkedIn. If I want to look for jobs as well, it's also on LinkedIn, right? These are people that I will interact with. They are also headhunters. They are also HR personnel from various companies who are also on LinkedIn. So again, LinkedIn is probably one of the better platform, yeah, better platform, probably the best for me to actually look for jobs. All right, if you want to go social media, all right. But of course, there are again many other platforms. All right. Noor Faizati says Telegram. All right. Yes, Telegram also another way of finding jobs. I don't have a Telegram account. Too many accounts already. Too many social media accounts. Right. And again, it's if you are using social media to scroll, to go for likes and whatever not, please don't use social media. Use social media now is the best time for you to monetize it. Best time for you to find people, right? Find business, find jobs. The best time for you is to use social media nowadays is to look for all this, right? If you're using social media just to scroll and say, oh, this guy has gone holiday, this guy eat this, whatever not, or all the F&B areas, wow, the best nasi lemak in I don't know, in Serdang example, yeah. So again, if you can like and poke and whatever not and give a love for not, well, it's really, really wasting your time. You should use social media to your advantage in finding a job or finding business opportunity. Okay? All right. What's next? Network. Network. In my session on Monday, right, for those who have attended, I talk about building net worth, right? And what I meant by building net worth is actually by building your network. Because network is now money. If you have a strong network, that would mean that you have a strong connection with people, correct? When you have a strong connection with people, that's where, again, you find either jobs or business opportunity, right? I believe you have heard this saying. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. How many of you have heard this saying, right? It's not about what you know, it's about who you know, all right? Who you know will probably get the doors open for you, correct? Who you know, right? What you know, of course, what you know is for you to be in a company, in a job on a sustaining basis. But if you want to climb the corporate ladder, sometimes it's not about what you know. You need to make sure you also know somebody, right? Whether external or internal, but it's all about who you know. So networking is very, very important in a job hunting strategy. You must have a strong network. And in this case, I'm not only looking at network with people that you know, acquaintances, right, or friends, but you need to build network with who? Search companies, your recruiters, your headhunters. You know headhunters, right? The people who goes out and probably call you and say, hey, I have a job for you. Are you interested? Send me your CV, send me your resume, right? So you need to have a strong network of people within your community. So network doesn't mean only your friends or acquaintances, but it also means that people that you do not know at all, which you need to build. Okay? If you do not have a strong network, what do? Go and find it. Go and build one, right? Go and find, right? The best way for you to build network, of course, through seminars, through trainings, through webinars like this. Because again, it's through webinars now. I have about 20 old people that's watching this. I don't know whether you all know each other, but again, if you're here, this is the best chance for you to network each other. Because if you are here listening to me right now, which means all you will probably have the same thought process. You are like-minded people, people who wants to learn about job hunting strategies, right? All you the same. You think the same. So these are good, like-minded people. Mix with them, connect, then network, engage with each other, right? That's one way. Second way, of course, when you are in varsity, in university, whether it's your UPM or whichever you that are in, the best way for you to have good network is by also participating in projects, right? Participate in projects. Do, I don't know, activities, join associations, right? Example, CEUPM Fest is a project. If you are one of the AJK, the committee member, great. Then you are already a network of people that are working very, very closely together to deliver a project, which is this, right? So remember, always remember to enhance and build your network. Because end of the day, your network equals to net worth, which equals to money. Because that's where you're going to get your jobs, and that's where you're going to get your business opportunity. All right. Rizwan say, I found job in website government portal. Yes, yes. Jobs are also available on the government portal. I think it's under the HR ministry, right? Or the manpower ministry or whatnot. Yeah, where there are jobs available. Again, it's same thing, you apply, right? So if you're applying for a job on a portal, it's very, very similar to applying for a job through classified ads. It's very, very similar with applying for a job through the social media. Just apply for a job. Okay, let me ask you one question. And I hope all you can answer this in the comment section. Which platform, right, or which avenue, or which way do you think it is more effective in getting a job? Through the classified ads, through social media, or through network? Think about it. Take 2 seconds. Think about it. Which method do you think will be more effective to get a job? Through the classified ads, through the social media platforms, or through your network? Fatini say network, right? Yashini network. Faizati network. All right. So there are 3 who state network. What about the rest of y'all? I can see there's 20 old people who is actually viewing this today. Come on, jangan malu-malu. There's no right or wrong. I'm not going to penalize you or anything, right? This is not a lecture where if you don't attend, I'm going to penalize and give you F or whatever not. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, because more important, I want you all to engage. I want you all to think about the question that I asked. Okay? Network. Okay, Rizwan asked a question. I have question. Network. Saya mesti tunjukkan diri misalnya di dalam resume soft skill, di dalam social media. Bila kita mempersembahkan personality soft skill dalam media atau internship, majikan akan cari kita. Betul misalnya. Alright. Yes, there is. What Rizwan asking is, sure, if you put everything on social media and if your employer want to find you, yes, they can find you on your social media. Right? That's something I spoke about on Monday about building online presence. Betul kan, Rizwan? I believe you're the same Rizwan that attended on Monday kan? Right? So again, yes, it's on building your online presence, and building online presence, definitely, if you build an online presence strong enough, people want to find you, they can find you online. Right? So this network here is about people. I'm not talking about the network on social media, I'm talking about people, which is your group of people within your network. It could be your headhunters, it could be your friends, it could be your acquaintances. And if I look at all the questions, if I look at all the answers here, yes, I think most of you say network, right? So if all of you agree that network is the most important method to find a job, then you need to ask yourself the next question. How many of you have a very strong network right now? If classified ads is not going to work, if social media platform, according to you, is not going to work because all you choose network, right? And network is the only one that's going to is going to be usable and it's going to be the one that's effective. You ask yourself this question: how many of you right now have a strong network that you can rely on? Besok saya nak cari kerja, saya masuk saya punya network, I go into my network, right? I go talk to people in my network, I say, I want this job, and they will link you to that job. How many of you have that network right now? Put down in the comment chat. If you have, you put down yes. If you don't have, you put down no. Be honest. If you have a strong network that can get you a job opportunity right now, put down in the comment chat, yes, I have that network, or no, no means I don't have that network. Put down in the comment chat right now. Yes, all right. Faizati say yes. So if tomorrow you want a job, you go into your network, you talk to the right people, you can get a job, I think it's great. Then a network becomes very important. Fatini said no, I don't have that network. Okay. Asmin, no, don't have that network. Yashini, no. Roshina, no. Okay. Only Faizati say yes. Joyce Lee, no. Rizwan say, network ini contoh dalam internship kita tunjuk performa majikan yang bawa kita kerja. Well, yes, your previous employer, whether is it through an internship or whatever not, yes, those are people that's also in your network. Example, let me answer Rizwan's question, right? In an internship, right, your majikan membawa kita kerja dan syarikat, yes, that is your network as well. You can go back to that network. If you really like the company that you were working for during an internship, you can actually go back to a company and say, okay, I like the job, right? I've performed. Okay, talk about performance. You better make sure you have performed in your internship, because if you have not performed, if you go back to a company that provided internship, the company says sorry, no, right? Because during your 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, whatever not internship period, you have not shown any progress. So definitely they will not take you. But if you have shown progress, you have shown to deliver results. Yeah, your performance is great, your attitude to work is great, everything is perfect, right? And they even give you a referral letter, right? A recommendation letter saying that so and so, or let's use Rizwan Sakara, so and so has performed he is an asset to the company. Wow, if you have that letter, great. Bring back the letter to the employer and tell them, if you have a job vacancy, I would really love to join you. I've enjoyed my time during internship. I think during this period of time, I've learned A, B, C, D, E. I've also delivered B, C, D, E, F, G. And if I have the chance or the opportunity to join you, I would love to be part of this growing or be part of this progressive company, right? Again, yes, that company is also your network. Okay, Rizwan, I answered that question correctly, yeah? Yeah. So again, yes, that's true, correct. If you have delivered something, you have really, really positive reviews, positive appraisal from the internship. I think this is also a company that you can go in and network the people and try to get a job. Okay, back to my question. If you don't have a network right now, you have to build it right now. Build it before you graduate. Don't build only after you graduate. Building network is not like something macam pergi pasar beli sayur, right? It doesn't work that way. You need a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of energy to engage with the right people, to engage with the people that can bring you the job or bring you a career or a business opportunity, right? So start building network right now. If you're not graduate, do it right now. Okay? So I hope I covered very, very clearly why a network is very important, because it is part of a job hunting strategy. A lot of people don't tell you that. They tell you, oh, okay, you go into LinkedIn, you go into this portal, you go into this classify, and then you get a job, you write to whatever not. But end of the day, as I said, it is not about what you know, but it's about who you know. Because the who you know will bring you closer to the door. Okay? All right. I've come to the end, but as always, today I don't share a lot of things, but I believe I shared a lot of information, right? If you have jotted down everything that I've said throughout my session, great, you have gotten a lot of information. If you have not jotted down anything, it is also okay, you have gotten some information. But end of the day, it's not about information that matters. It is about implementing the information, right? It's about implementation over information. This is something that has been shared to me by one of our mentors, right? He always tell me that it's not about getting a lot of knowledge. It's not getting a lot of learnings. It's not getting a lot of notes, but it's doing something about it. If you look at successful people nowadays, right? Let's look at successful people in the world now. If tomorrow they come here and they share with you their so-called success stories, their strategies for success, you can go for that seminar, you can sit down for the next 1 day or 2 days and you listen and jot down a lot of notes. But by the end of the session, if you don't do anything about it, nothing is going to happen. Correct me wrong. Nothing is going to happen, right? You must do something about it. If I give you a laptop, if you look at the laptop and don't on it, the laptop means nothing. Same thing here, right? I'm going to give you, and I think I've been giving you a lot of information. But if you don't do anything about it, it means nothing. Okay? So the key point here is about implementation, about taking action. So I want to ask you this question right now. Put down in the comment chat right now. Be honest to yourself. Of all the things that I've shared with you, which one thing, I only want to know one thing. Which one thing are you going to implement right after my session today? Put down in the comment chat. Tell me, and also in a way telling yourself, because when you tell me means you're also telling yourself which one thing. I don't need all the 5 things, I don't need all the 6, 7 or 10 things, I just need one thing from you. Tell me in the comment chat now, which one thing are you going to implement right after my session today? Put down in the comment chat. Wow, looks like there is no comment. Social media, okay. Fatini say you work on social media, okay. Social media, Fatini, can you share with me what do you mean by social media? Are you going to have a social media account? Are you going to post more on social media, or are you going to work out something on social media? Asmin say build a strong network, okay. Strong build network in LinkedIn, okay. All right, what are you going to do now? Yeah, what does social media means? Fatini? Be very clear, because if you're not clear, you won't know what you want to do next. I want to implement social media, Facebook and LinkedIn. Fauzi, alright. Fauzi, you tak ada FB, LinkedIn and IG ke? Working on LinkedIn. Okay, so you use LinkedIn. Okay, build a network. So again, about building network. Nur Faizati say work out for engagement. That means you want to build engagement, is it? Through social media? Okay. You can either use social media, Facebook ads, why not, to build engagement, or you can actually go into LinkedIn to build engagement. Alright. What else? Fauzi, ada semua. Yes, I know you ada semua. Tapi you nak buat apa dengan semua tu? Right? Every one of us will probably have a Facebook account. Okay, I may be wrong. Okay. The generation Y and Z, they don't really use Facebook. They use a lot of Insta, right? So if you have a social media account, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to post for the sake of posting, or are you going to use it to find the job that you want? Right? Again, also a quick recap of something I shared on Monday. If you have not attended Monday's session, you probably don't remember. Yeah, you probably don't know, but a quick recap. As I said earlier, all your social media accounts must count for something. Social media accounts are very, very important. Berguna sekarang. Tapi you guna untuk apa? You need to ask that question. What are you using that for? Are you using that for to post nice pictures of food? They're the best nasi lemak in Serdang, right? Or are you going to use social media to find opportunities, right? I mean, again, I can't give you the answer. I leave it to you. But if I'm you, I'll probably use social media to build my online presence, and at the same time use social media to build my network, which in return will help me find my job or a career or a business that I want, right? Rizwan say mencari maklumat yang banyak berkaitan dengan company. Yes, you can use social media to find information, right? Agree. You can use social media to find information, and there's plenty of information on social media. But more important is, yeah, same thing, goes back to this slide, right? Implementation over information. What are you going to do with all those information? Okay? All right. Before I end, let me share you very quickly on a career mastermind workshop that I usually conduct. It's Reaching the Top Winning Formula. Very quickly, it's a half-day intensive online workshop where I'll talk about personal branding. Right? Personal branding is a very, very key element in everyone's lives. Unfortunately, many of us don't use personal brands. We prefer to invest in people's brands. Right? We eat KFC. Correct. We drink Starbucks. We wear Adidas or Nike shoes, but we don't invest in our own personal brand. So that's something I talk about in personal branding. I talk about creating first and lasting impressions, talk about career climb. If you want to be in corporate career, you need to attend this, because I will teach you how to maneuver office politics. I'll teach you how to climb corporate ladder and continue to climb every year, right? And I also teach you all the shortcuts, because again, I've been in corporate world, okay? There are 2 days available, 17th or 24th December. It's at 10 a.m. It's a half-day workshop. If you are interested to attend, just RSVP to my email, imleegerald@gmail.com. Just put in yes, right, in the subject matter. Then I will know how to connect with you. Okay. And if you sign up Career Mastermind today, I will give you my book, as I said, for free. Right. This is the book of Climbing the Corporate Ladder and Trying to Not Fall Down. Again, if you want to purchase this book, you can do it online. Just go into Google, type in the title of the book, and you'll see all the platforms where the book is being sold online, right? If you are on Amazon, you can actually buy online in a Kindle format, or you can actually buy it in a paperback format, right? So there is a physical and a virtual copy of the book. Okay, no Faizati just asked, how can I get a copy of the book? Well, you can either sign up for Career Mastermind, drop me an email, right, in imleegerald@gmail.com, or you can go online and purchase that book. Okay? All right. No, Faizati, just give me a link to register. I don't know this link is for what. Right. Okay. But again, it's just RSVP. Drop a note to my email so that I get your email address. I can reply back to you directly. Okay. So again, this Career Mastermind workshop, I don't conduct it all the time. I conduct it occasionally, right, depending on the situation. And it's a very, very small class. That's why it's called a mastermind. Okay, so I come to an end. Thank you. All right, and I'll leave this behind. You can go into my website at leegerald.com, or you can go into my Facebook page at I'm Lee Gerald and like my page, follow me. There's a lot of contents out there in my Facebook page, and there are free videos and so on and so forth. Or you can email me at imleegerald@gmail.com. Okay. All right. Now we have time for questions. If you have any questions, just put it into the comment box, and I'm more than happy to answer them. Questions, anyone? Okay, ask me. Sorry, ask me. I just saw a question. How can you get out of a bad networking situation? What does a bad networking situation means? Maybe you'd like to explain further. What does that mean? What does that mean again? Bad networking situation. Maybe you'd like to share with me, so at least I know what does it mean again. Kishore say, okay, no sir, there is no questions. All right. Okay. All right, so I will stop sharing. Again, this is my final slide. Again, is if you want to check me out on Facebook, just go in, I'm Lee Gerald. If you want to go to my website, it will be leegerald.com. If you want to email me, it will be I'm leegerald@gmail.com. All right, so I hope you have learned something new or something worth implementing today. And I seriously hope that right after the sessions today, you will do something about it, right? Okay, Nur Faizati asks how to approach properly. Can you explain the question? How to approach properly means what? How do you network? Is that what you are asking me? How to approach someone, or how to open a conversation, or how to communicate clearly? What does how to approach properly means again? Faizati, if you can explain to me clearly how to approach properly for network. Okay, so which means how do you I presume you're asking how to talk to somebody, right? Well, I think this is about, I mean, I don't know about communication skills, which I believe all you would have, right? So it boils down to mastering your own communication, right? There's many ways to communicate with people. Creating small talks, talk to somebody on a common topic, right? Communicating is a skill, same thing with presentation skill, right? Communicating is a skill. There's always this method of elevator pitch. I don't know whether you heard about elevator pitch, right? That means when you go into an elevator, which is a lift, right? If you go into a lift and you see somebody in the lift, there's this so-called elevator pitch. Usually within 10 to 20 seconds or even 30 seconds, you can talk to somebody and know who he is, and you are also able to share with the person who you are, right? So again, if you want to approach somebody on that basis, again, it goes back to your purpose. What is your purpose in life, right? My purpose in life is I like to enrich people's lives, right? Through touching hearts and bridging their minds. So again, what is yours, right? And you use that purpose and create a story out of that purpose. And when you see somebody that you do not know, a stranger that you do not know, use the elevator pitch. Share with them. Don't go there and say, hi, my name is Nur Faizati and I am from UPM. Boring, right? Share with them what makes you so special, right? Because that's the best way for you to interact and for you to engage somebody. Because again, it's conversation is all about this, right? Right? So again, you can use all these simple methods to create small talks. As I said, use common or shared topics. Example, we can talk about the weather. How's the weather today? You can talk about weather. You can talk about people, right? Or you can talk about a lot of things, hobbies, right or not. If you don't know how to start a conversation, you can talk about things that you particular like. Example, if you love fishing or you love photography, talk about photography. And hopefully the person loves photography as well, because if the person loves it, they will have a connection with you, correct? So when they have a connection with you, that's where a conversation will start, and that's where people will try and I mean, not try, people will network with you because they have the same and similar topic as you do. Remember, as I said, like-minded people. Why all you are here today? Because you are all like-minded people. You want to learn something, right? So you want to learn something. It's already a network, people. Unfortunately, the network is not formed yet. If you can go and talk to the rest of the 20 old people and then network with them, they are going to be your community members, right? So-called community members in your network. Okay. So I hope I answered that question, Faizati. All right, I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to give back to Yashani. Yeah.
Thank you. Enlightening and entertaining presentation on strategies for hunting a job. I hope everyone learned something new and fruitful knowledge today which can be implemented by you as a graduates, future graduates, and of course the job seekers out there. Remember the word says by Mr. Gerald, one of it is everything starts with a purpose. So set your purpose from today. Before we end this session, I would like to remind you again to follow and share our FB page to know more about upcoming slots. And yes, don't forget to join our tomorrow interview session and also to register yourself to get e-certificate and e-merit for UPM students. Well, that's all for today. Meet you again. Till then, stay tuned and stay safe. Thank you.